It is Saturday today, I think it's the 1st of May, and I've just been grocery shopping. I'm going to pack it in the car and then we're going to have a chat. Get your coffees ready or your cup of tea, get it ready so we can have a nice chat. I miss you guys. I like to catch up about every 4 to 6 weeks, so we're due a catch up. Well, there we are, we're back in the car. Got chocolate around me. I've just been stuffing my face with chocolate. I've been being so good as well. I've lost, since we've been in the bungalow, I've lost 3 pounds. And when did we move in? The beginning of March. I think a couple of days after we moved in, it was Russ's birthday on the 1st of March. I've been so good, but then today I seen a new chocolate bar and I was like, I'm gonna have that. Trouble is, it was a big bar and I was like, I'll share that with Russ. Sorry, Russ. I can tell you what the new Cadbury's chocolate tastes like. In fact, it wasn't worth me even scoffing much of it. Yes, I ate the whole bar. Never mind. And to anybody that thinks sugar is not addictive, it is to some of us. Sugar's like a drug. And in here, I'll just shut the door. I got the windows open. In my cup today, I have got iced coffee. And this cup is, what's it made out of? Rice husk. And it says Save Our Bees. And today, I went and got some plants, some bee-loving plants. Lavender, fuchsia. I don't know, loads more. Because I just want to jazz up my garden now. So anyway, yes, this is rice husk cup. And this is one that I'm giving away. So you can have the same cup as me. And I'll post it to anywhere in the world. That's why I'm only doing one. I was going to do 2 for a giveaway, but it will cost me about £16 to post this to America and Canada. And so I'm mostly over there. Europe won't be quite as bad. So that's why I'm doing one. It's a reusable travel cup. Okay, so you can have the same cup as me. It's really sweet. Look, it's got like honeycomb all over it and bees. Because without bees, we wouldn't be surviving. That is a really nice iced coffee. I bought it in Sainsbury's. It's this. There is a Costa just over the way there, but I have to get out of the van because the van's too high to go through the drive-through. So I like these ones. We do them in a lot of our little shops and that as well, so I like these ones. That's what I've got in there. And I'm very thirsty. Anyway, how are you? How are you all? I can't even remember what it was we talked about before the sun's gone behind the cloud. Let's wind the window up. What's happened in my life since I last saw you? Oh yeah, I had my radiotherapy treatment for my thyroid. So we're not sure how that's working. It was 3 weeks ago on Monday that I had it. And next week on Wednesday, I should go to the doctor's, or Tuesday afternoon, go to the doctor's, put in my prescription, my repeat prescription, and book for a blood test. So that'll be like a month later, so we can see then where the thyroid levels are at. So basically, the reason I had to have treatment is because my thyroid, they can't get it regulate. They can't get it to regulate, be it on an even keel. It either goes hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. So, and I've had medication for the last, I don't know, 2 years, and I just can't seem to do anything. So I had this radiotherapy treatment, so that stops the thyroid from working, hopefully. If it doesn't, you can have another dose if that doesn't work. And then if that still doesn't work, then you have an operation to have your thyroid removed, which we don't want. I don't want to go through that. But you kind of have to, really, because your thyroid works. Every single cell in your body is managed by your thyroid. So every single little bit of your cell. So they've got to get it right. And it's more dangerous in hypothyroidism, which is where it doesn't work, than it is in hyper. I quite like my levels when they're high in hyper, because I have a lot of energy and I do a lot of things. But it also makes me hyper in that I don't sleep at night, and I feel like that all the time. Oh yeah, come on, let's do something. Woo, woo, woo. And that's no good for my fibro and my chronic fatigue either. So, but I'm really, really tired since I've had that dose. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not gone really low. Like now, I just want to go sleep. But it's really difficult because I have fibromyalgia and I have chronic fatigue syndrome. It's really difficult to like get it all. So, you know, everybody is happy with how my body is working, like the endocrinologist and like whoever she's happy. The respirologist, can't remember what they're called. You know, we've got lots of different rheumatoidologist, got lots of different ologists, lots of different consultants who want to make sure that that part of the body for them is working, but that might not help the other bits that aren't working properly. So it's a big over faff. And actually, it's only been, if you've known me for a long time, you know it's only been since I had pneumonia. So I had pneumonia and I was really poorly in hospital for 5 days. And ever since I had pneumonia, I've had all sorts of problems. I even this week got psoriasis on my inner arm, you know, the side of the elbow. Got bloody psoriasis there. Crikey, it's really, really itchy. And, you know, that's why my hair's so short. So somebody said, why is your hair so short? My hair is so short because I have psoriasis on my head. And it causes alopecia spots. And, yeah, basically my body doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So every day is different. So we just have to take it as we find it. Like I really wanted to do all of these jobs yesterday, but I woke up and sat on the sofa for a bit, had my coffee and talked to Sheena for a bit. We had the builder in and I was just like, I'm really tired now. I said to Sheena, I need to have a snooze. I need to have a snooze. And 4 hours later, Russell's home. I woke up. I didn't hear the builders. They were in putting the doors on. And it was just like, oh my God. I just was asleep on the sofa. I'm going to have to stop you and start again because of the time limit. Yeah, so that's so funny. Like the builders are like, oh, they say, you know, and the carpenter, when he was there, they're like, how can you sleep through all the drills and that going? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, I just can. So that's, yeah. And now I'm really tired now, so I know I'm going to go home, unload, and just lie on the sofa, and I'll probably fall asleep. I'm really excited though. because I haven't been, out for like the 3 weeks. I had to stay away from people. And Russ and I weren't allowed to sleep in the same bed together for 14 days. Basically, it's because every person, if you don't know, everybody has as much radiation as they can manage in a day. But somebody else who because I'm having radiotherapy treatment, I'm getting an extra dose. And I can then pass the extra radiation that's in me onto other people that I get close to. So other people have to stay away from you, particularly pregnant women and young children, for 3 weeks, which hasn't been too bad because you have to keep a metre away from people. But with COVID, we've got to keep 2 meters away from people, so that's been okay. But for the first 2 weeks, nobody, not allowed near nobody. It's just, that was like really difficult actually, because I couldn't get a hug from Russ, couldn't like have a kiss. Russ always every morning he'll bring me in my coffee before he goes, and he'll give me a kiss and say goodbye, and then every night when he comes home, it's like, hi, you have a hug and a kiss. And we couldn't do that. And we both were it's so natural for us to do that. We both were getting close, and we're like, no, stop. Stop. Open all the windows, let the radiation out. So that's been interesting. And the house is all up together. I'm so chuffed about that. It's finally sinking in that it's not a holiday home, that we actually do live there. It's time to start getting up pictures and things on the wall, because it belongs to us. It was really weird. I think that's when I did my last coffee and chat about being disappointed, not ungrateful, something like that. It's really strange because we've been waiting for the bungalow for so long. And if you haven't watched, there is a playlist with the bungalow renovations and updates as we come to see the bungalow before we moved in. We've had the bungalow, we purchased the bungalow 2 years ago. Because what is it now? March, April. Oh no, it's May, 1st of May today. So we bought it in January 2 years ago. And then we had to, because we bought it earlier than we had the finances really for, to do anything to it as well, we rented it out for a year, so that we could save up extra money to be able to do the renovations that we wanted to do on it, which started last June. So it's nearly been a whole year, and they are finally, guys, coming to the end. Finally. But it was really strange. When we moved in, it took me ages to settle, and I found that really, really difficult, because this is like my dream home. I've always wanted a bungalow, and it's exactly how I had the picture in my mind. Exactly how I've always seen this bungalow that I know I'm going to live in one day. And I expected not to have those feelings of that it didn't feel right, that I missed the nook, that I couldn't relax. I didn't expect to have any of those feelings. I found it really, really, that upset me to feel like that we'd moved into our dream home, and it's almost as if I wasn't happy. And it wasn't that I wasn't happy. It was, I don't know, it was really, really difficult. And I suppose because I have multiple personality disorder as well, it was difficult for all the personalities, because it was a big change, and we definitely don't like change, and we don't like strangers. And of course in the house there's been strangers all around the house, even though the main builder I've got to know before we moved, because he started it in June. So I did get to know, so I do have to get to know people. A lot of people try, they find me on Facebook, and they want to friend me, and I can't. I don't accept friends, like, unless I've been chatting to you for a while, like through YouTube, through other Facebook groups, Reborn groups, or I've met you. I find it really difficult. So having these extra people in the house, like the carpenter, I've known him because he's known Russ since they were like apprentices together years and years ago. So I know him, and he's just a lovely chap. And our builder, the main contractor, he is a lovely chap. And I'm going to have to stop again. God, I'm just yabbiting on again, aren't I? This is me, guys. Jump, jump, jump. Are you still here? Are you still with me? Are you still here? Are you still with me? Caroline, take a breath. The trouble is, when we take a breath, we forget what we were talking about. And you all know, if you've been watching me regularly, I don't mean regularly, for a long time. If you've been watching me for a long time, you'll know that I was disappointed with my my doll's room, my nursery, because it definitely is smaller, and I haven't been able to unpack any of my like crafty stuff, and I miss that. Like my sewing machine and all that is still packed in boxes. All my doll's house stuff is all still packed in boxes. So I haven't really had anything I can do, if you know what I mean. Like, I couldn't even go out in the garden, haven't been able to like get any pots out or do any painting, or just, it's been very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And but we're getting there now. Thank you, Lord. You know, I just get through every day. I pray, I sing, like, you know, just one day at a time, we'll get through it. And I know that the Lord is with me, and he knows that it'll be good for me. And he's certainly been teaching me more about patience and grace. But we're so near the end now. So at the bungalow now, the inside is like virtually done. I'm so chuffed. Yesterday, like I said, they finished our bathroom door. They put on the cupboard door, but it needs to have its like varnish, I think it is, over it. I think they need to varnish it. We've had the carpet thing put in the footwell, so when you walk in the front door, there's like a carpet that you can wipe your feet in that on. That got put in yesterday. It looks so good now. I'm so pleased with it. And in the guest room, they had a carpenter there yesterday doing the skirting and putting the doors on down there. So that has been great as well. So that means that's coming on. I mean, we're just waiting for that, and then because I think Russ's boy is going to be the first person that's going to go in there. So we've got to buy the mattress and the new bedding. So we need to put a new mattress on, and yeah, we've got the bed frame. It's the bed frame that we had at the Nook. Me and Russ had at the Nook, which was only, I don't know, 2-year-old. Something like that. It came from John Lewis. It's a really nice bed frame. Nothing wrong with it. It's wooden. So we're going to use that. But I was looking at mattresses and that today, so I can give Russ an idea of how much a mattress is going to be for there. And we want to get a nice mattress. I mean, I don't like going anywhere and it's a horrible mattress. So I want to get a nice mattress. And then, and so my cottage garden. What is it? No, not a cottage garden. It's a garden cottage. Russ put the window in yesterday. He put the window in. So we haven't got the patio door frame yet, which is okay because Russ has still got to finish the outside. So, oh my gosh, that has really like sprung up. And you know, that has really sprung up because my stuff is being stored in Grumpy's garage. Grumpy kept saying to me, "Oh, you've got enough room, and you know that That room in there for your dolls, that's perfect. You've got enough room, you know, you can put your crafting stuff out on the dining room table and you know, pack it away and everything when you finish. I'm like, yeah. Anybody who knows me from previous videos knows that when I do crafting, I do not pack away after me. I leave the stuff there for like ready for the next day. So I just, yes dear. And I kept telling him that I was not happy. That room was not big enough for me. Where was I going to be doing my crafting? And I wasn't happy. And he kept telling me that I was just jealous of his big room. And I was like, yeah, I am jealous. I'm jealous of your playroom because it's the size of the bungalow. Yes, I am jealous. And he really didn't like it one bit. But you got to play the long game sometimes with people. And so we move in. And he now can see, because I haven't unpacked any of my boxes that have got my craft stuff in. All I've been doing is colouring in, because I can do that, sat on the thing. I can play with my babies, but I can't even like have anything out because he doesn't like any of that. He doesn't want to come home and see all my baby stuff in our living area. And I don't want to come home and see all his woodworking stuff in our living area either. So I understand that. So he needs to help me come up with a solution then. And you know, we have a guest room and I could have gone in the guest room. But no, we wanted a guest room for people to come and stay, particularly Russ's boy. Russ's boy lives 4 and a half hours away in York. So it's a long old way. So he needs to stay. He needs somewhere to stay when he comes down. And then I've got other friends that can come and stay as well. We can play babies. Just had to pause you again, stop and start. So, hence the garden room. So I said, the solution that I said was, well, I'll just move into the guest room then. Just move down there and have all my babies down there. And Ross was like, oh. And that's when he came up with where the garden room is though. I was having a shed anyway. I was having a nice waterproof shed for my pushchair collection. So I was already having that. It's just been upgraded to a garden room, to a room like it'll be a room in the house. It'll be heated and everything, you know, it'll be just like being in the house. Yes, I do have to go outside to get into it. Yes, in the snow and all that, probably won't like it much doing that. But this is perfect for me, us. We can set it all out exactly how we want it without any concern of anybody else. Does that make sense? So I've got in the bungalow, in the living area, I've got my babies and I've got their beds and their clothing and all of that, so I can do that in the morning. And then they can come down with me to the garden room, whoever can come down, whoever's going to come down that day. And I can do all of my like activities and that I like to do with them down there, like get out the play mats and I don't know, just play. Play is a big therapy for me. So I need that. I really do need that. And I can sit at my desk and be doing my crafting. I'm going to have a nice little chair in there. I'll have my pushchairs in there. It's a big space. And like a high chair for the babies, and I'm just excited about it. I might not even have a high chair. I might move the chair. I might sell the chair that's in the nursery and buy a high chair. I might do that. I think I'd get more use out of it. I know I've got the IKEA high chair actually, and I could just put that in there. I know I'd get more use out of the high chair because the chair that I've got is like one of those bouncy reclining little chairs, so it goes little but then it goes high up, which is really good if you can't bend over, if you've had a cesarean, it's a really good chair. And I've used it a lot, and I do, but babies, they just lie in there, and they don't need to just lie in there because they've all got their own bed space. So I might sell that and get a high chair to put, not get a high chair. I've got an IKEA high chair, but it's packed in the garage. And I can just put that in there, and I can use that then for lunch, because obviously I will need to come up for lunch and stuff, so they can still have their lunch. I can still do videos with lunch in there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And Russ has built it's got a little patio area. And I was telling Russ, like, you know, because I like buying all things. I like buying flowers. I like to look at things, and my dad was exactly the same. And I just love things. And so I was saying to Russ last night, I bought loads of seeds that I want to put out. That are butterfly and bee attracting wildflowers, and you buy them in packs, and then you plant them, you scatter them. So I want to do that. But then I was saying to us, you know, I like buying like all these like little butterflies that are just on a pole and you just stick them in and stuff like that, which I did. And I like all that sort of stuff. And he was like, so last night we were like saying how much of the garden that I can have, whereabouts I can have this. So then he's just got grass. He just wants the grass to mow at the moment. And then we'll decide where we're going to have our vegetable boxes. But he just, at the moment, but I want to be able to put out my plants. I want to be able to sit out. I want to, you know, I'm at home all day. So I want to be able to have it. So I feel like it's my home. Because when I moved in with Russ, I moved in with Russ in his house, and it never felt like mine. And but later on, we bought a house together. We didn't move into it, we rented it. Well, my daughter rented it. When my eldest daughter left university, we bought another house, and we rented it out to her. And she doesn't live in it now, it is rented. It's like, it's our pension fund. Our pensions are rented houses. We have houses and we rent them out, and so we did that. So, and that was the very first time I've actually owned a house, and it was just like, and Russ was so pleased that he could do that for me. I was like just over the moon, and the fact that my daughter could live there, cheap rent, she could do whatever she wanted to it, and it was just a lovely, and it is a lovely, lovely little home. But I never felt like living in Russ's house was like mine, because it was obviously it was in his name. He bought that house when he was 18 or 19 and like did it up completely. So for now to have this is just lovely, and I do want to feel like it's my home, like I'm not anxious about anything, you know, I'm not anxious about doing anything in it, that it is my home. And it is, everything in it is how I would want it, apart from the duvet cover. In our bedroom, I probably would have a bit more of a girly colour, but you know, Russ sleeps there as well, so I couldn't imagine Russ sleeping in a pink flowery, because I love flowers, in a pink flowery duvet bed with pink bedding and everything. That would just really be his worst nightmare. And today I had to buy him some pillowcases for the caravan that we've got. Russ's boy and his mum moved to York when Russ was little, because she came from York when Russ was little. When Russ and his ex-partner split up when their boy was a baby, she moved back to where she came from, which was York, and Will went back there with her. And so that Russ could then see him, it was really expensive, like staying in a hotel every other weekend, plus the cost of the drive of petrol and that up there. He bought a caravan and paid for it to be on a site. So we're now into Will's now 18, and that was when Will was, gosh, a year old, something like that. This is our second caravan up there, and it's getting a bit old now in Chatty, but you know, it'll keep going for a few more years while Russ keeps going up there to see William. And every now and again, he went up last weekend. Anyway, on my list today was to buy Russ pillowcases. He wanted me to buy new pillowcases for the bed up there. I mean, I don't like going up there. If you know me for a long time, you know I'm very funny about sleeping in places that I don't know. Sleeping on beds that hundreds of people have been sleeping in, hence why we've got the camper. Blah, 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 blah. It takes a lot for me to relax. I do try my best, and I do stay in places, and usually I don't mind staying in a Premier Inn or a Holiday Inn because they're usually clean. Anyway, I bought him pink ones. I thought I was just going to get him some pink ones. Let's see what he thinks about that. I'll just put him in his going away bag. He won't even take any notice until he gets up there and it opens it and it's pink. They're pink. Oh, Caroline, you're so naughty. Oh, anyway, I didn't tell you what you have to do to get this. Everybody who leaves a comment will be entered in a draw to see who wins this. And you must have a safe address for me to be able to post it, and you have to be over 18. So sorry about that. Yeah, well, to be in for a chance of getting the same travel mug as me, just leave me a comment down below reacting to something in this video, something that I've said, and then the next coffee and a chat we will pull a name out. Okay, I'll just write all the names down. I'm not going to do it on, I could do it on Google. I don't have Alexa to ask her. I could do it on Google, but I think what I'll do is just, I never it's not like we've got like hundreds of comments. We never have hundreds of comments, so it won't be that bad. I'll just write your names down and we'll just pull them out of a hat. Yeah, we'll just do that out of a bag or something like that. And that's the way we'll do it. I nearly didn't even tell you that. That's so funny. So, yeah, that's really all of my news. I don't really have anything else. Apart from the fact that, yeah, I can't remember what date it is, but one date this month, you are able to go and visit people. So I'll be able to go and see Sheena. I mean, I could drive out there now. You can't stay over. I could drive out there now, but I'd have to come back the same day. That's a long way to go. Just for the day, 4.5 hours, which takes me 5 to see Sheena. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to seeing Sheena and the babies. I'm so looking forward to doing that. And then actually being able to get out now and go and do a few more things. Get a few more different videos uploaded. If you've got any video requests or any video ideas, just leave them in the comment below as well. Because I don't always have good ideas. I just really, really like doing day in the lives and week in the lives and that, because that is more like natural, unless I go out somewhere. Like I've got Felicity with me today because we went shopping somewhere first. She didn't come to Sainsbury's because I needed a big shop. So, but I did take her into, Dunelm, Home Sense, which was very disappointing, Home Sense, because they wouldn't let you in the lift. In Dunelm, you could go in the lift, but one person at a time. So I couldn't go upstairs because I had to push chair in Home Sense. And then I went in the pet shop. The pet shop was crowded, and that was just quite stressful. I don't like that when it's too crowded. And then I went, and then I came over here and went to Sainsbury's. So I don't know how long the video is with her, but what I'll do then this afternoon is like I'll play a bit with her, so it'll be more like a day in the life, and that is like more natural, because when I do like day in the life or weeks in the life, none of it's like set up. It is what I do anyway with the babies, and sometimes I film it and sometimes I don't. Depends how I'm feeling on that day. So there aren't very many other ones like bottle collections or dummy collections or blanket collections, and now I can start going out again. I'm going to be able to start taking them out to places. Exciting. Anyway, I need to go home because I've got cold stuff now. I've got cold stuff in here, but it is in the cool bags, so that is fine. It is fine. And my eyes are getting itchy, so I need to take an antihistamine, and I can't do that when I'm driving because I'll go straight to sleep after I've had that. So anyway, don't forget to leave a comment in relation to something that I've said in the video today, and the next coffee in the chat we will find out who the winner is of the mug, and then I can post it to you, and you can have it. It's brand new. You can have the same one as me. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.